Welcome to Mark's Ghosty Corner, and today I've come to All Saints Church in Nailstone. Wow, the place looks pretty cool already, doesn't it? So we're in a small village called Nailstone. As usual with these videos and a lot of these villages, nice quiet village. Lots of nice houses, nice roads, pretty quiet. And then you've got this place, as it says, All Saints Church, Nailstone, just to remind me in case I forget. Well, right off the bat, I can see it's a gorgeous church, and it's got a really interesting spire as well. Quite unique actually, it's a bit different than all the rest I've seen so far. I like that. Really, so far I can see that the grass has been well looked after, it's well tended. And we've got this entrance here, which is really nice. I like the timber framing on it, it's gorgeous. Quite a big gateway actually. Normally they're quite small, but this one's pretty big. It says, "I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live." I don't know if you can see that particularly well up the top. Look, there you go. Carved into the wood itself, which is pretty awesome. I like that. Gate looks a bit worn. You can see could do with a bit of a lick of paint on it, but the rest of it looks in really good condition. It's Lichgate, isn't it? Yeah, Lichgate, that's right. I was trying to remember what they're called. I used to call them gatehouses, but it's not a gatehouse. It's yeah, not Lynchgate. Is it Lynchgate or Lichgate? Sure, it's Lichgate. And it's where basically, it shows my memory, shows how bad my memory is. It's basically where, what they used to do is they used to bring the coffins in here, and they used to wait until, you know, either the vicar, the priest would turn up to open the church up to get ready for the service, for the funeral. So yeah, I'm sure it's Lichgate, sure it is. I'll get home, I'll check it, and it'll turn out it's Lynchgate, and I'll end up kicking myself. But anyway, there you go. That's me and my bad memory. I don't know where you can see that. Yeah, look, it's a typical day in England. It's Saturday. It's raining. It's miserable. It's pretty much what you'd expect in this country, especially now we're in autumn. So. Summer's well and truly gone, so it is tipping down, it's raining, it's a bit windy as well, so you'll have to, I'm hoping my phone doesn't short circuit in the rain, we shall see. But here we go, so I'm going to go in, let's have an initial look. So I can see there's some, they've got some nice trees here, again, it's all looking really well looked after, the grass is cut down. Probably the last time they're going to have to do it now, for the autumn and obviously the winter. Doesn't look a particularly big graveyard from what I can see at the moment. There's houses all around. I said it's a small village. I'll go straight to the church actually to look at that first. Now it is a little bit windy, so if you're struggling to hear me, you'll have to forgive me. Said it's a bit windy, but looking at the church straight away, it's a pretty big church. Now it's 13th, 14th century, so it obviously was late 13th going to the 14th century when this was built. I mean, it's solid made, you can see it looks absolutely solid, this place, the brickwork on it. Interesting that I can see the brickwork is different down that end, so I'm wondering if that's maybe the later addition to it. You can see with the difference in the brickwork, I'm noticing this, like, because I'm assuming the tower and that cool spire there, the tower was probably 13th century, and then this is probably 13th century, and that's probably the 14th century. Yeah, because the brickwork's completely different. If you look at the brickwork on the tower itself, it looks a lot older. You have to forgive me with the wind, I might have to speak a bit louder, it's very windy. But yeah, look, you can see the brickwork is really different. It's a lot rougher, looks, you know, a lot older. Wow, this place is cool. Look at that door. See, I've said this before, but come across little doors and that, and they look really, really good. And you think, oh mate, I really want to go in there, check it out. Now, with my last church visit, which was about, I think about 2 weeks ago now, maybe even 3 weeks ago, it feels like forever. Hence why I'm glad I've managed to come back out on this Saturday, even though it's raining and miserable as hell. But when I saw that green door, and I was talking about, oh, you know, looks like it's not been used, and that voice came on the other side of it, that gave me a shock. It gave me a blooming heart attack, that did. It turned out to be the reverend of that church, so yeah, that gave me a bit of a shock. Some pretty cool looking gargoyles. Let's see if I can zoom in. I've got the wind buffering my phone, so you know me and my obsession with gargoyles. I don't even know if you call them gargoyles, to be honest, the little figures on the side of the windows. Look at that, that is a beautiful window. And again, you know my obsession with windows as well. What I mean, this tower in general, pretty awesome. It's got a real kind of almost like gothic look about it, you know. Real solid stone and almost kind of dark stone. Yeah, that's awesome. And again, that's a really old door here. Hopefully there won't be a voice that comes on the other side of it. Give me a heart attack. Unless it's a ghostly voice, of course. That is a big key, look at that. That is a big keyhole. Gosh. I might have to take a photo of that before I go. Just see if we can get a bit of light in there. Impressed so far, I like it. There's the village. I keep showing you this, but there's the village. Quiet. I'm sure I've been probably spotted videoing, walking around. Yeah, a lot of these places I don't miss anything. Oh, that's the porch. It's pretty cool. Oh, actually, look. Gargoyles, but actually right by the door. I never normally can get this close. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm actually really pleased. I came to this church. Yeah, All Saints Church, Nailstone. I had a couple of options where to go today. I thought I'll come and check this one out, but man, that is awesome. Wow, look at that. I never get a chance to get this close to them. That is brilliant. And I love the stonework on this one as well. Again, very different to the stonework on the tower. I'm going to keep showing you this tower because it's just amazing. It's really different, really different. Oh, actually I can see, I never even noticed that. Look, actually I'm going to go back round just for a sec. Didn't even notice there's a little gargoyle there. That's unusual. I mean, in these kind of windows I'm used to it, but see there's one up there. I hope you can hear me, it's a bit windy, sorry. Look, there's one there as well. Cool. And there's one there, look. Wow. This is a really unusual looking church. In other words, I love it. Don't even get me on about the graves. I mean, they look well old. But of course, we'll look at that after. I'm too busy obsessing over the church itself. I love the brickwork. It looks gorgeous, especially because it's wet with the rain. There's the side of it there. Look at that for a show. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Stand back a bit. I like this church. I like it already and haven't even properly looked around it yet. So this is the porch, the way in. We can actually get in a little bit. Oh, it's got some little kind of gargoyle heads here as well. Lighter stone though. See this one there? Covered in cobwebs. Ooh, spooky. Now, as always with these things, gated off. You're not getting in. Big massive gate on it, but we can see the door. At least we can see the door. Door's pretty cool. Again, got a really big lock on it. Oh, look at that. You can see into this one. Oh, let me zoom in. Let's see if my phone will do it. Oh, look at that. Now, if a ghostly face suddenly appeared and looked through that keyhole at me, I would both be amazed, excited, and poo myself at the same time. All in one go. Just in one go, I would do all that. I wonder why that goes out of focus. Oh, there we go. So yeah, if there is anybody in this church, anybody in spirit that wants to make their presence known, can you maybe show yourself in the keyhole of the doorway, please? The front door. Could you show yourself? I don't normally get to do this. How interesting is that? I just do not normally get a chance to do that. That's really interesting. So yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, if a face did appear and, you know, like an eye looking at me through here, I really would I would poo myself. Oh my God, I'd just be grateful I've got this kind of like railing all around the doorway just to stop myself from worrying that it was going to kind of, the door was going to fling open and this apparition's suddenly going to appear. And chase after me. Mind you, if it is an apparition, it can actually go through the door, can't it? So it's a bit silly really, isn't it? There's me thinking I'm protecting the safe because of this metal grate. Oh, in front of the doorway. But of course, if it was a ghost, it could just come straight through it anyway and chase after me. I'm assuming it's locked, yeah. But that would be absolutely cool if somebody made an appearance, you know, or somebody knocked on the door. Does anybody in spirit that can hear my voice? Can you knock on the door to let me know you're here, please? Again, if anything happened, I'd be amazed and then run away in absolute terror. Can you please knock on the door to let me know you can hear my voice? Oh, it's gone dark. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I thought we couldn't see through it for a minute. Pretty cool. Nothing happened, but anyway, there you go. Pretty cool. Got these nice kind of wooden beams going around. They've got meshing on that as well, which which is interesting. I wonder if that's to stop any birds nesting in there. I bet it probably is. And there we go again, All Saints Church. Just in case I happen to forget. I love that door. Door's amazing. And really interesting because of the massive keyhole, and I've nearly just fallen over this step. Look at that. Just going backwards. Health and safety, man. Health and safety. So yeah, awesome. Right. So let's work our way around and have a look at these windows. We'll look at the headstones, as always, of course. See, most of the time, when I move around, I don't really focus even on like the draining. Because you think, well, why would you do that? But, you know, a lot of these drains can be really old as well. Maybe not particularly attractive. You can see on that one, it's got some writing on it. But yeah, I just kind of skip and avoid it. But, you know, some of this draining can go back to the Victorian times. Well, that's interesting. Look, just noticed that brick there, brickwork. It's kind of damaged a bit, look. Huh. Cool. So here we go, we've got a really nice window here. I like these because so far they're not covered over in meshing, which we normally get. Do love my windows, you know what I'm like, obsessed about them. You've got the gargoyle faces on these as well. That's pretty cool, a bit creepy looking as well, to be honest. But yeah, actually in this case, I can actually get quite close to the window. You can actually get to see the glass for once. I know they've got these kind of, I'm guessing they're security bars. I've come across them before, but quite a few now. They're either meshed off or got these kind of like bars on them. But I don't mind the bars. Oh, I know I keep zooming in. I hope that's not annoying you, but I just keep seeing stuff that's really awesome. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Can't actually see into the church through this window. Not with the stained glass, but it's so nice for once to be able to get quite close and actually see a proper stained glass window. And of course, got the moss showing the age of it. Of course, the brickwork as always. And even they've got this like little stone. I don't know if you really call it a wall, but. And the headstone here, I noticed it as I was looking at the window. There's a broken headstone there. And, so this is obviously where they've dumped all the broken ones. Look, there's another broken one there. And another one that's half broken there as well. We've got some kind of like slates, which I'm assuming has probably fallen off the roof. Yeah, I mean there is. You can see there's a lot of slates. A place like this is, you know, definitely going to show wear and tear. Let's be honest. Like I said, 13th, 14th century. The headstone there, actually. The very first one. Let's have a look. And I can see already 1752. I think this is going to be a really old graveyard. Just got a feeling. Yeah, 1752. Some cool scrolling in the headstone. Very dark headstones actually. Notice that with these. I'm going to work my way around to the rest of the church because I want to look at that really. But you notice, look, like really dark headstones. We'll have a look at that. We'll come back round to to that. First of all, like I said, I want to focus on the building, because it's not just about the headstones, even though, you know, I always want to find the oldest headstone I can. It's kind of my mission, my little goal. But also to appreciate the beauty of the church, which I do more and more now. As I'm actually doing these videos, I'm actually starting to really appreciate the beauty of the churches now. And this one is gorgeous. They've obviously got like a little remembrance section here, I'm guessing. It's like a little remembrance garden. But they look quite new, so I'm not gonna spend too much time looking at that. I just want to have a quick look at this window here. Try not to walk on the remembrance garden in the process. Another cool window. Not quite so ornate stained glass, but at least it's not covered again in meshing, which is nice. You can see a little bit into the church, not much. You can see a little bit in there. Cool. I just had a load of water go on my face. It's dripping rain. Well, water, not rain. It's not dripping rain. It's dripping water. Showing you the gutter in. I'm not quite sure why I'm showing you the gutter in. I just think it's like a new thing I'm trying to do. But yeah, like this one, you can see here, another headstone. Look, 1727. He's 66 years old. Yeah, old, very old. But we'll work our way back round to that. Too busy looking at the church at the moment. So you can see the stonework is really different. You can see here, it's really different stonework. So I'm guessing this must be a later edition. I might be wrong, because it looks really different. Like, you can see the difference in the stonework there, look. Which is really interesting. Well, one thing I do like, they've got a window here that's blocked up. I'm always curious why they do that. Like, a window's been put in and then it will be it's like the glass is either damaged or they've taken the glass out and they've put stone in there. I always find that really interesting why they do that. But it does look really cool. And of course, every single one has its own story. And I find that I'd love to know what the story is and why that's been bricked up. See what I mean about this? It's just got a real kind of gothic look about it. Really interesting church. And I said it's old as well, you know, 13th century going into the 14th century, it's old. Well, that window looks a bit damaged, look, can you see that? I'll show you. Looks like it's, where is it? I'm trying to show you a crack in the glass. Can't see it now, where's that gone? Here's me trying to show you a crack in the glass. Oh, there it is. Right. Oh, big fat finger in a way. Look there. So there is a bit of damage on the window. You know, right. There it is. I must remember. Right, mental note, Mark. When you're zooming in on stuff, it's always a good idea not to put your finger in a way, because it's just going to be this massive pink big fat finger in the way of the screen. I must remember that. Yeah, mental note. Right, so we've come to the corner. Again, the grass is all cut down, which is nice. Just this is around the side of the building. I'm going to work our way around. Oh, actually the graveyard's a bit bigger than I thought. Look, it goes back a bit. I don't know if this is maybe the main window. It's a bit hard to tell with this church, but yeah, it's huge. Look at that. Oh my god, it's massive. Pretty cool though. Sorry, I was looking up there, but look at that. Wow. I can hear a siren somewhere. I hope they're not sending the police to arrest me because I'm wandering around on the church. That's a bit loud though, isn't it? Oh. Wow. Gosh. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Oh, a little bit, just looking at some of the graves. So it looks like the older ones around the front again. I can see more newer ones, 1924 on that one. Seems to be around the back. God, look at the window on that one, it's massive. The windows actually in this church are huge. Look at that. Wow, I'm gonna have to stand back. There's some really interesting graves as well, but we'll come back around to it. Oh my god, this video ended up being 2 hours long. Let me back up. I just want to show you this place. It's just incredible. Hold on, let me back all the way up. Wow. Even backed all the way up, I can't actually get all of this church in shot. It's just huge. It is a really impressive church. I like this one. I don't know, it's just got a really cool feel about it as well. He's awesome. Wow. You can see down here back at some of the headstones. Now you know me, if you watch my videos, I really like these kind of rough textured headstones. It's got one over here as well, like the back of it. It's kind of all covered in moss. It's really rough. The obligatory bird poo, of course. Pretty cool. And there's some really interesting, oh my god, the wind's really kicking up now. I don't know how well you can hear me, but the wind's kicking up. Really interesting headstones, look. That's a really weird headstone. It's a double one, 1815. Well actually no, 1889, 1893 I think on that one. So, late 1800s. Gosh, look at that. And then there's one over here as well. Again, unique looking, different. I mean, I try and focus more on the unique ones now, because the problem is we're going around every single headstone. I literally am here for like 2 hours. So if I can find one that's a bit more unique, I'll focus on it. Can't read the writing really. It's completely and utterly. You can only just about make it out, and it's all not exactly overgrown, but I'm assuming we're looking at the 1800s again by the look of it. It's got that kind of feel about it as well. One thing I did notice, look, there was obviously a window here at one point, look. And there's this tiny little, I don't know if you can see it, this, but it's actually got some writing in it. I don't know, it's a little bit out of focus. See if I can zoom in a little bit, there we go. It's kind of got like 1706, which is interesting. But yeah, look, again, another window, another window that's kind of being bricked up, which is the other side of where the other one was. That's really interesting. Sorry I keep zooming in and out. I just can't help it. I must show you this. Look at the moss. Moss growing in the corner. You know, I've always said about how sometimes you see things that are like really beautiful, and it's kind of like, but they shouldn't be. They should be like really horrible. Like just water dripping down on the brickwork covered in moss. It's all green and dark. It's all mucky. Sorry, I keep shaking a little bit. It's a bit cold today. Got kind of like weeds growing. But for me, it's beautiful. Oh, look, moss. You can see moss. Like a little, it's not, I wouldn't exactly call it a wall, but all moss covered. You don't want to see that, do you? You want to see the church and the graves. Wow, that is really ornate. But actually you can see in this a little bit, look. Kind of. Cool. Wow. So I just keep saying wow, 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 but it is. It's amazing. Love it. I think this church is going to get a good rating. Going to get a good rating off me. Very interesting one. Oh, have a quick look at this headstone here. That's a big headstone. Again, really ornate writing, so it must be quite old. Let's have a look. Sure, that's a 1774. So yeah, old. Look, even around here, there's the small ones. 1774. God, there's loads of them. Look, really old. Yeah, look. 1765. It's kind of buried itself. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of submerged. Looks like it's sinking because the text is just about showing in the ground. What about this one? Again, yeah, 1765. So loads of them, really, really old ones. How fascinating. That's unusual. Most of the older churches I've been going around, they've got like a small selection of like ones that are like the 1700s. Yeah, look, 1786. That's quite a big headstone as well, look. But this one, it's got loads of them, really old. Which, in my book, is pretty cool. 1773. So yeah, 1700s. Like I said, quite really, really interesting. Awesome. So kind of spoilt for choice and old headstones in this place. So here we've got kind of newer ones, 1800s, 1900s. Again, I think that's like an 1800s one. Kind of scattered in between loads of like 1700s. That one is 1830. 1830? Yeah, 1830. So 1800s. You can see over there, there's like newer graves. So I'm obviously going to stay away from those as always. Wow, look at the size of this. This is a big headstone. It's got to be 1800s. It's definitely got that look about it. Yeah. 1842 and 1834. So it's a double burial. What's it say? Afflictions so long time they bore, physicians were in vain, till God did please that death should seize and ease them of their pain. Oh my goodness. Gosh, that's a bit depressing. Afflictions so long time they bore, physicians were in vain. So in other words, they suffered for a long time and the doctors couldn't do anything. Gosh. Just have a look at this one here, look. Is this a big one? 1791. Really ornate carving. Really big headstone. You see how windy it is, look. So I have absolutely no idea how well you can hear me on the camera. There's lots of birds. I don't know if you can hear them. There's tons of birds around here. But yeah, it's really windy today. Some more. That one again looks like the 1700s. You can tell with the text. Like I said, you get used to seeing kind of the colour of the stone. Yeah, 1778 on that one. So for example, these look more 1800s. Well, okay, ignore what I just said, look. 1786. What do I know? I don't know anything, but that's got to be 1800s. Yeah, there we go. Well, at least I'm right on one of them, look. 1830. So yeah, so two 1700s, one 1800s. We've got actually, I don't know if that's someone's house at the back, but it looks like there's houses around there, so perhaps like a little housing estate. I said it's a small village, Nailstone, it's not very big, but I'm guessing probably a lot of elderly residents. Okay, I want to keep looking at the church. I will work my way around to looking at the graves, even though they keep drawing me in. I keep moving on, wanting to get back to the church, and then all of a sudden I'll see like a really interesting headstone, which will then draw me in. Like I can see some really old ones here again, the reverse of them, you know, really rough back to them. But I will work my way around, have a look at that. I'm obsessing over this church, and especially like that tower as well, the spire on it. Well, it's really unique. I mean, I'm going to zoom in again, so. But look, it's like. It's really unique. In other words, I like it. So yeah, lots and lots of windows in this place. Definitely not short of any windows, that's for sure. Must be like really light on the inside. Oh, you can. Oh, look at that! You can see the stained glass window through this one. Look. Yeah, look. You see the stained glass window. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's beautiful. And you can see my hand. That's not a ghost holding a phone. That's just me. But yeah, look. Cool. It makes such a nice change that you can actually see on the inside as well for once. You normally can't do that. Yeah, it makes such a nice change, because normally, like I said, the windows are either covered all in wiring, meshing, although that dirty, you can't actually even see anything. But I like with this one, you can actually do that. Oh, it looks like the little gargoyle heads, and that one over there, have broken off at some point, or worn off. Oh, my hands are cold today. God, the temperature's really dropped. God, I can feel it. So with the wind and the rain. Last week, it was still summer. Last week it was still really, really warm. It's like we've had like a 10 degrees drop in a space of like a week. You're really, really feeling it as well at the moment. Oh yeah, you can see a bit in that one as well, look. Oh, sorry if my camera works kind of all over the place. I keep tripping over stuff. Don't know why you can see. I don't think you can see as well in that one. But yeah, look. Spooky cobwebs on the brickwork. Really cool kind of like texture on it. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a cool place. I think it's going to get a good rating. I do. Going to get a good rating. It's a really, really interesting one. And actually, most of the graves seem to be in really good condition. But I have noticed one over there, and I'm guessing it's because of this massive tall tree. But I noticed that one is tipping over a bit, so we'll go and have a look at that. Just seen that they've got another doorway. Look, let me back up a little bit. Let's see if I can show you that. So yeah, look, another doorway that's been bricked up. There's quite a few in this one. So there's obviously been modifications done at some point. So yeah, it's all bricked up. I like the little archway. I can see up that. I've just noticed up there a couple more gargoyle heads. They've got them all over the place in this one, like dotted everywhere. Look, loads of them. They definitely like the gargoyle heads in this place. Wow. These are. I keep noticing, I've seen a few of these around here now. This almost looks like you expect it like it's on top of something that would go down. I don't know whether that would go into a crypt and it's been covered over at some point. Like I said, these places, they all have stories to tell. Stories to tell, and unfortunately I don't know the answers to any of those questions. Why is there so many creepy birds around here? They're all flying around here. All gargoyle heads, look. A cool tower. Oh my god, there's gargoyle heads there. Welcome to Mark's Gargoyle Head Corner. Right. Look. Oh, the rain's really coming down now. Cool though, look at that. They got a really interesting window there as well, look. And again, gargoyle head on it. And there, look. I hope my camera don't blow up. Stupid rain. Oh, it's always raining. Whoa, this country. Oh look at the little headstone there. I wonder if it's one of those that have just got initials on it again. I see these all the time. Yeah, I can't really read it because it's got water all over it, but yeah, look at what they are. Stone coffin here, look. recording I'm going to be able to do, because the rain is coming down quite a lot at the moment. Oh, you can see that it must have obviously had like a metal railing around it at some point. It's been taken away. And the coffin's at an angle as well, which is a bit odd. It's not sitting on its stone base particularly well. So it's as if it's been knocked or moved at some point, which is a bit curious. Ooh. 1875. Looks like the writing's been coming off. Got another cool window. There's a little bit of mesh in there. I'm guessing maybe, actually I don't know what that's all about. There's that window there, look. Got these, I'm assuming they were, what I'd say, well, they have been like stone plinths, but they look a bit too big. So I'm really not quite sure what that's all about. Yeah, this window looks a little bit more damaged actually. You can see some of that windows on the other side. But yeah, you get more and more interested and fascinated with, like, when you see kind of like damage in the actual brickwork and you want, or the stonework, and you wonder why, what caused that. You can see it here as well. I don't know whether that's just age, just, you know, wear and tear. Maybe it's just water that's been coming down the wall over the years. It's just worn away the brickwork. I don't know. And they've got this kind of cool kind of orange kind of bricks around the base as well. Interesting. A lot more headstones here. They look a lot more 1800s to me. But well, there's that one. Let me see if I can just quickly show you this. Yeah, look, completely tipping over. They planted that tree a little bit too close to this one. It's obviously nudging it to the point where it's actually going to topple over. Look, 1889. Oh dear, that definitely looks like it's going to fall over. That one a bit newer, look, 1922. It's got this really nice kind of like, you can see kind of the moss all over it as well. I like that. Yeah, it's really tipping down now. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to video. It's raining quite hard. Oh, it's blooming country. God. What I wanted to show you as well, it's got this really interesting window, look. And that's different as well. I like that. It's unique. I'll just put it around to show you. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Different. Like it. This is obviously the tower again. You can see. Oh dear. This rain's coming down. Gosh. Welcome to England, where it does nothing but rain. Or it will do now summer's gone. Oh, that looks an old grave. Oh. Is that an old one? Looks old. Oh. Yeah. 1716, so that is an old one. Not 1600s, but it's 1716. Yeah, that's old. One over here as well, look. I keep thinking I need to go in because my phone's going to knacker up because of the rain, but then I keep seeing headstones which are really interesting. Look, that one, 1754. At the top of it's been completely worn away. Do you see that? A bit of moss on it as well. Pretty cool. I like that. I think I might have to revisit this one another time. It's just, this rain is a pain. The rain is a pain. Look, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. Look at that. Right, let me get a bit of shelter. Whoa. So we're back round the front again. So let me just get a little bit of shelter. Gosh, look at this cool door again. Whoa, God, my hands are freezing. I've got that lock again, look. Obsessing over the lock. God, my hands are cold. Ooh. Say, Mark, stop moaning, shut up. Pretty cool. I would absolutely love it if somebody in spirit would make an appearance and show themselves on the other side of this door, please. Where the keyhole is. Please, can you step forward and show yourself? Just to let me know you can hear my voice. No, I don't think so. Is there no one home? That's the question. It's gone all blurry though. Why is it gone all blurry? Focus, focus, camera, focus. The camera's saying, look, I can't focus, I'm all wet. I can't focus on nothing. I think you're right. Oh, right, so it is absolutely hammering it down. And my camera keeps going out of focus, so that's telling me that it's getting a bit too wet. So I might not get a chance to go around all these graves after all, because it's just coming down too hard now. So I'm going to have to give this place a rating on what I've seen so far. Well, okay, right, fine. So it's really well tended. Grass is cut down. It's a really nice church and graveyard. The grounds are really pleasing to the eye, well looked after. So I'm definitely going to give that a 9 out of 10. Love the church, like I said, 13th, 14th century. Absolutely loved All Saints Church. Gorgeous building, really interesting, fantastic. Blocked up windows and a doorway, and a really interesting spire and tower. Love the brickwork's different. This door, love the door. I love the fact I can actually see through the lock. Oh mate, I really like this church. I really rate this church. I find it a really fascinating, interesting church. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really like it. I definitely want to come back, preferably when it's not tipping down. And I'm now desperate for a wee, which doesn't help. But outside of that, really cool church. Look, even the flooring, look. The tiles and the flooring. This place is interesting. I just keep looking at it and I keep thinking it's really interesting. So yeah, 9 out of 10. All Saints Church in Atherstone gets 9 out of 10. Now, regarding the graveyard, it's not a massive graveyard. I didn't get a chance to have a proper look at the headstones. But as you can see here, loads of them that are like 1700s, absolutely tons. So I don't think I'm going to find one that's going into the 1600s, but next time I can come back and spend a bit more time and actually focus on the headstones. But absolutely loads of 1700s, so a really good graveyard, really interesting. So that's getting a 9 out of 10 as well. I'm telling you, I really like this place. So All Saints Church in Nailstone. What did I feel like I said Atherstone before, but it's not. It's Nailstone. So if I said Atherstone, ignore me. Nailstone. So All Saints Church in Nailstone for me gets a 9 out of 10. thumbs up. See? Thumbs up. It's a cool place. If it wasn't down to the stupid rain annoying me, I'd be able to stick around a bit longer. I can cross my legs and stop myself from wanting a wee. I might be an old man, but I'm not that old that I can't do that. I keep obsessing with this keyhole, just in the hope that something will make an appearance and cross the keyhole, and I would have caught an apparition looking at me on either side, and then I'd run away. And even though even the handle's interesting, everything's interesting. Apart from that, that's not interesting. That's newer. That's not interesting. That's rubbish. But and they're interesting too. With your cobwebby, creepy face. Has it stopped raining a little bit? I think it's just stopped for a sec. It just keeps coming on and off. Oh, here we go. It stopped. Right. Oh, so perhaps I can get a little bit more in. Just a little bit more footage. Just going to have a quick look round and see. So that's 1766. I'm just going to see if there's any that really stand out. I mean, like I said, there's absolutely loads of them. Look, this graveyard's got a lot of old headstones. The amount of churches I go to that are really old, and then when you actually look at the headstones, they're not that old. You know, they're surprisingly like 1800s upwards, and it's like kind of a bit disappointed in a way. 1748 on that one. Look, you expect them to be a lot older. 1770 on that one. Nice bit of carving in the headstone there, like that. So, you know, you're always kind of like in the hope that you're going to find ones that are like really, really old, and then they turn out to be 1800s plus. But this one, you can't sport for choice. Really sport for choice with the age of them. Yeah, look, because again, 1725, I think, on that one. Wow, that's a wide headstone. Look at that. That's really wide. Has that got a year on it? I'm guessing 1700s again. Can't see a year on it there. I think that's some. Oh, here we go. 1781. Yeah, that one's sunk. It's like they're sinking into the ground, this lot. Yeah, 1700s. They're all 1700s. Very similar carving. Very similar stone as well. But yeah, sport for choice in this place. When it comes to 1700s. Just noticed there's a war memorial one over there as well. Yeah, I've said about it before, where it's supposed to be that the headstones are all pointing to the east for the resurrection of Christ coming back. 1767 on that one. Obviously, they don't apply here. They're all pointing in all directions. Look, all over the place. So whoever's done all these burials has obviously got a little bit confused. Which is east. So is it that way? No, it might be. I think it's over that way. 1764, I think. Oh, it's raining again. Oh God. Go away. Go away, English weather. Go away. I'm gonna have to bring this video to an end. I'm gutted because I really wanted to have a good look round at the headstones now, but it's just raining too heavily. 1798 on that. I've got about 2 years left on this contract on this phone. So this knackers. I've got 2 more years paying it and it don't work. Mark's moany corner. He does nothing but moan. Yeah, I do. It's true. I do moan a lot. Mark's Mooney Corner. It's the old man in me. Look at this one, tiny one here. That's pretty cool. We've got 1737. So yeah, some really, really old headstones. Yeah, All Saints Church. Pretty cool place. There's no denying that. Interesting. I'd love to get inside a place like this. What I will do actually, I'm just going to include a couple of photos now of what the inside looks like.